Yes, let me show you how I set up my volume profile indicator on NinjaTrader so that it doesn't take up so much visual space on the lower time frame futures charts that I day trade on. And because I day trade on my NinjaTrader charts, I like them to be super clean and not have so much going on visually. I do keep some messier charts that I do my charting on and a lot of my analysis, but when it comes to trading, I like to just have the most important things that I'm looking at, which does include the volume profile nodes. At the same time, I don't like it when it takes up too much visual space, so let me show you how I set this up. And I'll just go ahead and get a brand new chart and we can start with adding the indicator. So I'm going to go ahead and search for volume profile. And there's the order flow volume profile, so I'll add that. If that's not showing up for you, you might need to adjust your plan with NinjaTrader. It is included free now. It used to be with the bonus order flow premium suite, but now it's included in the new free plan. You might have to go log into your NinjaTrader dashboard and make sure that you've switched from the old free plan that didn't include it to the new free plan that does, and then you'll have the order flow volume profile show up. Of course, if I just apply that to my chart, it looks like this, and it's really hard to see where all of those little nodes are. The first thing I do, because I'm zoomed in on a 5-minute chart here, is instead of having this aligned to the left, which is going to put it on the first candle of the session that, by the afternoon session is long gone, I'm going to go ahead and do the profile alignment to the right. And when I hit apply, what that does is literally put the volume profile on the right, which is the current price candle that's developing right now. Now it's still taking up too much visual space, and I really can't see where all of the good high and low profile nodes are here. So what the other thing I can do is look at the profile width. These defaults are usually pretty good when you're on the higher time frame charts, like a 60-minute, because you'll see multiple days at once, and then that's a pretty good width. But when you're zoomed in on just a part of the session, 60% doesn't make a ton of sense. So what I have on the other chart I showed you is I've taken it all the way down to 5%. So here's what that looks like. Now it's a lot easier to see even late in the afternoon where some of these nodes that I want to pay more attention to actually are. You might need to play with this a little bit depending on the session you like to trade and what you want it to look like, but that's what I have here. I'm pretty sure I keep the opacity the same, but that'll just adjust, you know, how dark and visually you can see that chart there. You may not want to see the point of control or the value area. I like to keep them on. One thing that I do is I usually just use a 70% value area. That's just the way I've always done it since even before I came to this platform. And then the other thing you might want to do is adjust the color. So the cornflower blue is the default. I think that I have mine on dark slate gray, so I'll find that. Well, I found dark gray, so we'll at least use that as an example. And then it looks something like this. A lot more like I'm looking at over here. I may have the opacity adjusted as well. So that's how I set up the volume profile on NinjaTrader to make it a lot easier to see for futures trading. If you have any other questions, just let me know, and be sure to join us in the Discord. It's free. I answer questions in there all the time, as do some other really great traders that we have on the ranch as well. See you real soon. Thanks for joining me. Love you. Bye.